So it's not all bad news in New York because we were talking about the Jets 0-6. All of a sudden, the Giants got 2 big home victories. They did have the road loss to the Saints. But not only is Jaxson Dart the toast of the town in New York, Cam Skattebo is a darling. And I knew the Giants fan base would love that type of player. They love a hard-nosed, gritty player who runs hard every single time he touches the football. And those two together have sparked some enthusiasm. It's reinvigorated the fans at the home game. It's reinvigorated the defense. They're playing harder. And all is great in New York right now.
Right now. Yes, everything's great. Yeah, man, these two are insane.
They're dancing together.
I'm telling you, man, these kids are fearless. I love it. They come out every week expecting to win. They're cocky and they're brash. And like I said, they've backed it up so far. You go out there and act like that and you get your head stomped in, like they're doing on the other side. It's a lot tougher. But yeah, these guys have been incredible. Cam Skattebo goes for 3 touchdowns, 110 yards total. And he's ripping his shirt off and chest bumping Fitzpatrick at the end. I mean, these guys are perfect for New York if you're doing this. He's like cocky and confident. Look at that. That's the Booker T.
Yeah.
I think that's the Booker T right there. Yeah, they love Jaxson Dart out there, man. I'm telling you, you're going to see those jerseys all over for a long time.
Everybody loves a winner.
Yeah, that's it.
A couple words of advice for Jaxson Dart.
Okay.
The league will humble you quickly.
Right.
I think other players are paying attention as well, including the Denver Broncos, who they play this week. I would probably be a little bit more mild. Now, Cam Skattebo as a running back is just a meathead.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants. But as the quarterback,
the best.
And Jaxson Dart already, the other piece of advice I would have, so I'd be a little bit more humble. The other piece of advice is protect yourself. He is running
like a crazy man.
But he's running way too much like this is college. Like I've just got freedom. I can run around. Somebody is going to knock his head off. And he almost did, which is why he was in the medical tent in the game. But he's got to protect himself. And I know, I think we talked about this. I said the best way to win over a fan base is to get, to show them you're willing to put your body on the line, but you also want to be able to survive to the next play.
Yeah, and I mean, he was initiating contact. Like you saw that one where he was like a lawn dart. He put his hands to his side and he like dove forward. Yeah, that's dangerous. He said a couple of weeks ago he gave a lot of love to Russell Wilson, who's his backup. And if you remember, Russell, his first couple of years in the league was real mobile.
Yep.
But you remember guys like RG3 and Cam, their careers are cut short because every week you remember seeing them get smoked. That's one thing Russell did great. So you think Russell, maybe that is something he could teach Jaxson Dart. He's a professional, man. I think he's probably talking to Dart a lot. Russell Wilson, as much as he used to run, I never recall him getting crushed. Right? Like, I feel like he did a really good job of taking hits, and that is an art, man. Being able to roll with a hit, get down when you're supposed to get down. That's something that he's done a fantastic job of. To your other point about being, like, humbled quickly, I love, when he's in the locker room, though, he seems like a completely different guy. Like, I saw him talk in front of the group, and he does. He seems gracious and thankful and a leader, and that's great. I did want to ask you a question, okay? So we see a kid like Jaxson Dart, who comes from Ole Miss, and he's in his first game action under the brightest lights in New York. And we see a kid like Caleb Williams now, who's 2 years in, and he's still trying to figure it out. What is the thing that makes one kid be able to just transition so seamlessly while another guy takes some time? Because both of them, I feel like Caleb probably came into a better situation last year, right? DJ Moore, it was Keenan Allen, it was a good tight end, a good running back. What is it like that makes Jaxson Dart able to make that transition so easily where Caleb Williams is kind of floundering a little bit?
So I'm not signing off yet on Jaxson Dart has figured it out.
Okay.
So I would say it's only been 3 games. I would say let's see how it goes. Because even Caleb Williams, his rookie year, he came in and showed some flashes. Like, and that's the good thing. That's why I think it was way too early. If people were saying, oh, Caleb Williams is a bust, like that is expected. I think you've seen exactly what you wanted to see from Jaxson Dart. Right. Now you've got to go continue to do it. Because remember, he did win these 2 games, but on the road, he did have 2 costly interceptions in the second half against New Orleans. So now you've got to start eliminating some of those rookie mistakes. And by the way, they're going to Denver. Denver is maybe the best defense in the NFL. They have 30 sacks on the season. That's 20. That's 10 more than the next best team. They are getting after the quarterback. So to say that Jaxson Dart has figured it out, I think is a little bit too premature.
Okay.
And a lot of what he is doing is just, it's a little bit of like playground football. Like some things break down, that rush that he had when just everything opened up and he ran into, I think it was the 3rd down, he ran in the end zone. That was too easy. That doesn't happen. So like that's not sustainable.
Right.
I want to see him get a little bit more comfortable reading defenses out, getting to his progressions where he can't just make plays off the cuff. Because the most impressive plays I've seen from Jaxson Dart so far have been improvisation plays, which is good.
Yeah.
You want to be able to do that. Even this play right here, like this is one of his touchdown runs. Like that is him. Things break down. He makes the most of it. I don't think that's sustainable for him over time.
But see, and I think you're obviously the quarterback. I just know as I watch it and I play some receiver, but I think the fact that, and he's doing it against good teams, the teams he's been composed around, because
I don't think Philly's a good team.
You don't think Philly with that front? I mean, that defense.
I don't think their defense is as good as it was last year.
Okay, well that's fair. Well, they're 5. Well, they're going to get another crack at Jaxson Dart. I think in week 8, right?
I think it's coming up soon in a couple
and
weeks.
with Jalen Carter back.
Yes,
so we'll see.
That
for
was
sure.
a huge loss that they had.